What is good, everybody? It's your boy Reez here on the Dynasty Recall podcast, dropping more knowledge to help you dominate your Dynasty leagues. What a day, what a day, what a day, guys. Russell Wilson going to Denver, Drew Lock going to Seattle, Shelby Harris going to Seattle, Noah Fant going to Seattle, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a fourth, I believe. I have to double check that. It's been an insane day. Rodgers inked a $4 million or a 4-year, $200 million deal to stay in Green Bay. It allowed them to maneuver enough money to tag Davante Adams, so Davante Adams stays, Aaron Rodgers stays. The whole Green Bay cast is running it back. As expected over here. I don't see Rodgers going to Denver. Why would he want to go to Denver in the AFC West? You know, you got Mahomes, you got Herbert, you got the Raiders, Derek Carr. I mean, you know, they're kind of the odd man out in this one, but still, nonetheless, it's a tough division. It's probably the new toughest division in football. I would say that it is. Lots of weapons over there, and it's the hardest path. You know, the AFC gets stronger, the NFC gets a little bit weaker, but I do like the move for Seattle. I like DK Metcalf right now. I bought DK Metcalf today. As soon as I heard the news, I said, okay, I'm buying low. Sent out the 103 for DK Metcalf. Got that deal done. Couldn't be happier. I like to think Seattle was going to go quarterback in this draft. They moved up to the 9th spot. Malik Willis? I mean, I guess we'll see. Malik Willis has a cannon, and I can just imagine Malik Willis throwing deep bombs to DK Metcalf. I probably could have got Malik Willis with that 103, but I'm sticking with the safer prospect, which is DK Metcalf. The guy's a beast. I don't care who his quarterback is, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Geno's. I mean, it kind of matters, but it's irrelevant. If I can get DK Metcalf for, you know, the 103, yeah, I'll take that. Stocks, player stocks. Aaron Rodgers, his stock is up. I don't know if you're buying and selling. I'm not touching them. But if you're a win now contender, yeah, go for it. He just signed a 4-year deal. He's going to be in Green Bay. I'm not sure how it's going to play out in the end because Aaron Rodgers is a diva, and how much longer is he going to be there? Who knows? Davante Adams, his stock is up. Fire him up, wide receiver 1. Do not sell him right now. This guy is a top 5 wide receiver for the next 2 years as long as Aaron Rodgers is behind the helm over in Green Bay. I don't see anything changing for them. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon put their stock up. Aaron Rodgers isn't leaving. Green Bay's running it back for 2 more years minimum. And we'll see how it plays out. I'm a Rams fan, so I don't really care how it plays out as long as they don't win the championship, as long as LA is competing, and just from a fan perspective. From a fantasy perspective, I still probably buy A.J. Dillon if I'm going to buy one of those Green Bay assets. Davante Adams, just if you can get him for a mid-early first, I would do it. But I can't see the Adams owner selling him for that. I mean, he is, 28, 29, but even still, just selling the type of production that he's going to give you, I couldn't see it happen. I wouldn't sell him for that. I would need more than a first-round pick. But that's what I would pay for him. Let's go to Russ. Let's go to Russ. Oh, this changes so much. Judy season. Buy Denver assets. Don't buy Alberto. That is my one I'm staying away from. Russ has never been big on the tight end. I mean, what was his name? Will Disley? I think he had a good year one time and he got hurt. Since then, I'm not wasting my time. Javonte Williams. Stock is not up. I think it stays the same. Russ doesn't really dump the ball off. Granted, he had Chris Carson back there for a while, but they're still going to run the ball. So he's going to get his. Is Melvin Gordon going to be there? I think he will be. I think they bring Melvin Gordon back. They make a real push for the championship. And then, if they're able to make it to the playoffs and, you let Javonte Williams go to work. But from a fantasy perspective, Javonte might be... It hinges on Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon stays. I think he slides back to about running back 5, 6. If Melvin Gordon leaves, Javonte is RB2. I would say RB2. But for now, hold. Wait and see what happens. Judy's a top 15 receiver. Sutton's a top 25 receiver. In my eyes. I think they're both prime for big years. Don't be surprised if Jerry Jeudy finishes as a wide receiver 1, not the wide receiver 1. Don't be surprised if Jeudy finishes as a wide receiver 1. Oh, man. Yeah. Buy DK, buy Jeudy, buy Sutton. What would I pay for Jeudy? Okay, let's talk player values. What would I pay for Jeudy? I'm thinking Jeudy, I'll pay him in first. Maybe early first. Now's the time. Because if Jeudy finishes as a wide receiver 1, he's worth a first plus, two first, depending on, how long he can maintain, who else they bring in. Sutton, you can get him for a late first. Think of it as a less explosive Bengals offense. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Less explosive. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, the AFC West is looking as good as ever. Denver is an elite offense now, guys. Elite offense. They're going to do great things. What else happened? Mike Williams signed 4 years, $60 million deals to stay with the LA Chargers. I've never been big on Mike Williams. I don't understand the contract. I think it's a case of having more money to spend than people to spend it on. I wish, I'm a Josh Palmer truther. I wish they would have let Mike Williams go and bring in Josh Palmer as a wide receiver 2, and then spend some money in free agency to address the tight end position. I've also got a few shares of Parham, hoping he would break out. Didn't quite end up that way. Yeah, Mike Williams had a great year. He was the wide receiver. He was a wide receiver 1 for a good amount of the year. 1150 receiving yards, 129 targets, 76 receptions. The guy had an amazing year. He's a sell for me. Sell him. Mike Williams is not that guy. You're not that guy, bud. He's false hopes and dreams. He produces, but I wouldn't quite even feel comfortable putting him at my wide receiver 2. He's more wide receiver 3 range. And I don't think you're winning any championships with Mike Williams as your wide receiver 2. 14th in the league in targets. Most of that was the beginning of the year. Decent target share. Look, guys, he had a 59% catch rate. It's just hard for me to see anybody winning a championship with Mike Williams as their wide receiver 2. Flex play, flex 2, he'd be a great flex 2. But I'm still out on the guy. Not like DK. I'm in on DK. All in on DK. Buy yourself some DK. What else? Godwin got tagged. So he's staying in Tampa Bay. What does this mean for Tampa Bay? Fire up Mike Evans. Fire him up. Lock him in. Wide receiver 2. Yet again. Chris Godwin. It depends on who they bring in at quarterback. I don't see them running with Blaine Gabbert. I don't see them running with Kyle Trask. You know, to bring all these people back and to spend the type of money that you're spending to bring a Godwin back, are they gonna run it back? Are they gonna give it another shot? Are they gonna bring in Mitch Trubisky and see what he does? Are they gonna bring in Mariota and see how he does? I don't really know what's going on in Tampa Bay, and it's confusing, and honestly, get out while you can. Get out from under Mike Evans midway through the year when he's having a great year, because he is going to have a great year this year. But Mike Evans is already 28. Godwin got tagged again to help him out. Unless they go after a quarterback in the draft, trade up, grab quarterback, it's not looking good, you know. Fournette, still a free agent. Rojo's free agent. It's so much mystery over there in Tampa Bay, and nothing is really reliable right now. So if you can get a mid-first for Mike Evans, if you can get a first plus for Godwin, if you can swap Godwin for Judy, that's it right there. Godwin for Judy. Godwin owners, I would be trying to send that trade everywhere I can. Godwin in a second. I would do Godwin in a second. It's Judy season, guys. I'm on the Judy train. Not so much the Sutton train. You can take it or leave it with Sutton. You know, he's not T. Higgins. He's not a dominant receiver in a wide receiver 2 role. He's just benefiting all the other weapons around, and he's a capable receiver. He's capable, and so he'll put up some good wide receiver 2-3 numbers, but maybe you can trade Godwin for Sutton plus. Godwin for Sutton in a first. Give that a shot. Who else? Schultz got tagged. Gesicki got tagged. I mean, after news of Amari Cooper likely getting released, Schultz was getting tagged. Keep some continuity together. Fire up Gallup. Schultz. He's in my top 10 tight ends, and I'm all for it. I'm excited. That Dallas offense is looking really good yet again. Healthy Zeke, healthy Pollard, healthy Gallup. Fire it up. Yeah, I'm all for it. If you can trade for Gallup, I'd trade an early second for Gallup. Yeah, early second for Gallup. I would do that. CeeDee Lamb, I don't think it changes his stock much. I mean, he was already valued as a top 5 wide receiver. I think that's a little ambitious, but I just need to see a little bit of production before I believe. So if you can downgrade from CeeDee Lamb to Jalen Waddle, I would do that. If you can downgrade from CeeDee Lamb to Jerry Jeudy in a first, I would do that. Do it now before it's too late. I would need Jeudy first plus. I would need more than that. Just because of the value, not because I believe it's not a fair trade. I think by the end of the season it will look like a fair trade. But right now, current value, Jeudy a first plus for CeeDee Lamb. That's about it. Zeke's on his last legs. I think this is his last year. You might be able to get a first for Zeke, a 23 first from a contender. But that would have to wait till midseason. Just if you have Zeke right now, you got to hold. You have to hold. I don't see anybody wanting to trade for Zeke. And so it's a solid hold. I think he'll be a solid play. Fire him up as an RB2. If he's your RB1, sell him for whatever you get because you're probably not a contender. Sorry, guys. Long day today. Is hot out here in California. Got a little cotton mouth working in the sun. Just got off work. Came talk to you guys. It's been so exciting. It's been the best day of the fantasy offseason thus far. And it only gets better with the draft coming up next month. I'm excited. Shoot me a DM. You know, I'll break down your team and I'll tell you what moves to make pre-draft. I'll give you advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'll give you advice. I'll give you trade advice. We're breaking leagues down, analyzing, and just helping you dominate your leagues, like the tagline says. That's what we're all about over here. We love helping people. We love talking football. I wish my beautiful co-hosts, Cody and Nick, could be here today, but scheduling conflicts. One of these days, one of these weeks, we'll get back. They're just a little busy right now. So you get to look at my beautiful mug. Congratulations. I think that's about all I got for today, guys. Follow me on Twitter, ff_Reez. I'm always putting out good content. Always putting out good content. Always trying to help people out. If you need advice or you want advice, you know, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, shoot me a DM. I love working with others. But I think that's about all for today. It's been fun. It's been crazy. So excited to see what else is coming in the coming weeks. Shout out the Rams, Super Bowl champs. Had to get a quick one in. Y'all have a good week. Peace.